Live from Citizen TV, this is the Monday Report with Trevor Ombija.
Good evening. You're just in time for the Monday Report. My name is Trevor Ombija, yes, and we are back on the road. This evening, we're taking stock of the status of Kericho County. We are live from the NSPSI, that is the Nishkam Singh Singh Institute. Yes, NSPSI. This evening, we're taking stock of the Kericho County status. We'll also be speaking to the CECMs who will be here. All the 10 of them are with us, but we'll be speaking to just about 3 of them. His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, the Governor for Kericho, will be joining us on the panel. Honorable Jackson Rop, the CECM for Finance and Economic Planning and Head of the County Treasury. Honorable Magarer Langat, the CEC Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative Management, and Honorable Judith Chepkorir Chirchir, the CEC Education, Culture, Library and Social Services. But all the 10 CECs will be with us so to answer the fundamental question that the people of Kericho have been asking all day, all year, all the time that they've been there. Service delivery. What is the status of service delivery in all the departments? That's the conversation we're having later on. Send in your views and questions at Trevor Ombija at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Citizen Monday Report. But first, our top stories tonight.
We will not be extending credit to SHA.
No more credit. Private hospitals now suspend medical services to SHA insurance patients over 10 billion shilling debt owed by government. Fresh outcry as IPOA and LSK lead investigations into the mysterious death of Simon Waroi inside Mombasa police cell.
We are ODM. Who's told you that ODM will not have a candidate in 2027? Who has told you?
Wait for the signal. ODM leader says the party has not decided on 2027, dismissing claims of political deals.
Kuna wengine wananiandika kwa magazeti ati wao anatetea corruption. Kuna watu wameweka kwa kichwa yao kwamba anything askari wetu wanasema hawaamini ni corruption.
It is not corruption. Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen defends police officers' request for fuel from the public. Thanks for tuning in. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Yula Nzale. So we begin with the new developments in the health sector, and tonight patients holding the Social Health Authority, that is SHA medical cover, will now be required to pay for access to health services in private hospitals. Now, this follows a resolution by the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya, RUPA, suspending Social Health Authority, that is SHA services, over pending bills exceeding 10 billion shillings. The association represents private hospitals nationwide, and its decision is likely to have dire effects on medical services. Brenda Wanga has more.
The resolution by RUPA now means that patients seeking health services at private and some faith-based health facilities across the country will have to pay cash despite being enrolled for SHA. The move, RUPA says, is informed by huge debts owed to private hospitals by government.
We will not be extending credit to SHA. And the reason is, as we have said, we have already proven that SHA is a bad borrower and a bad debtor. This one, anybody who knows that when you are being conned by someone, you must draw the line at being conned. So SHA has already received credit from us as hospitals worth 76 billion. Surely, how much more credit does SHA want?
The Private Hospitals Association says SHA, now in its second year, is simply not working.
SHA is unable to meet its obligations. And the reason why SHA is unable to meet its obligations is because the architects of SHA are unwilling to listen to sound advice. Where is SHA Lipa Pole Pole? If you ask people in Kenya today, SHA Lipa Pole Pole is more debts on poor people.
The association has accused the CS for Health, Aden Duale, for breaching their contracts with them by rejecting last month's claims to the tune of 10.6 billion shillings, as well as failing to act on the mandated verification of pending claims by health facilities. Duale has maintained such payments will be made, but conditions apply.
If you want me to pay you, you must be ready to verification of those pending bills. We are telling you, let us come to the table, and I'm going to, working with the PS, we will form a team to verify. Minus verification, we are not going to pay money. We must protect public resources.
Rufa also faulted the measures taken by government ostensibly to fight graft, measures the association says have resulted in suppressed capacity in hospitals.
The Digital Health Agency has wiped out 3,500 maternity beds from Kenya and 1,000 delivery beds. In addition, the Digital Health Agency has wiped out 10,000 inpatient beds. What is the rationale for this wiping out? They say they are fighting fraud. We know the story better. They are fighting for survival.
As it withdraws its credit services, Rufa is also demanding that the government stops the migration of teachers and police medical schemes to SHA until all outstanding liabilities to hospitals under the existing private insurer are met. Rufa's actions comes just days after the president launched the SHA national sponsorship that aims to provide universal health cover for 2.2 million individuals at the government's cost. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.
Well, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, that is IPOA, has launched a probe following the mysterious death of a suspect, Simon Warui, at the Central Police Station in Mombasa. IPOA's probe comes even as activists held protests demanding answers. As Franklin Wala now reports, police have distanced themselves from the death.
The mysterious death of Simon Gishuru Warui at Central Police Station in Mombasa has sparked a public uproar. Human rights activists demanding answers on circumstances surrounding his death while in police custody.
We've attempted to get the CCTV footages of Simon Warui getting into Central Police, leaving Central Police, but all this has not been possible in the name of investigations are going on.
Release the footage so that Kenyans can know what truly transpired that led to the loss of life of Simon Warui. There are very many unanswered questions.
IPOA has taken up the matter, deploying its officials to thoroughly investigate the incident and provide a comprehensive report of their findings on what transpired when Warui was in police custody.
It is the silence of IPOA that is worrying Kenyans. The silence of the OCPD on not commenting on this matter. A Kenyan dying in a police station is not a simple or, a minute issue.
Security officials close to the probe have revealed to Citizen TV crucial details of what they allege happened before and after the death of Warui while in their cells. Police say Warui, who was employed as a shop attendant in Nairobi, stole from his employer a sum of 170,000 shillings and went into hiding in Mombasa. After he had exhausted the cash, it is said he sought refuge at a church in Mombasa. The church later contacted his family in Nairobi, and it was agreed he be taken to a police station. While under custody of police, they circulated his details, and from their police records, it emerged Warui had a case of stealing by servant at Kamukunji police station in Nairobi. He was detained upon request from Kamukunji detectives. Officials further allege the suspect requested he be taken to a washroom. He was escorted, and minutes later, while inside the washroom, he scaled the wall and committed suicide by jumping to the floor.
Wakenya lazima wawe na trust kwamba wakienda police station maisha yao yatakuwa protected, watapata haki.
Tuelezwe kivipi Warui alifika katika police station na akapanda ukuta na akakufa.
Police say they notified IPOA and a team was sent to document the scene. Franklin Wala, Citizen TV.
Let's talk about a bit of politics now. ODM leader Raila Odinga has opened up on the behind-the-scenes activities that he says forced him to make a deal with the Kenya Kwanza government to prevent the country from descending into chaos during the Gen Z-led protests in June last year, saying that the military was on standby to take over. Speaking when he chaired an ODM parliamentary group meeting in Machakos County today, Odinga also dismissed claims that the party was not fielding a candidate in the 2027 presidential race. Emmanuel To has the details.
He has yet again lifted the lead on the activities that preceded his broad-based deal with President William Ruto. ODM leader Raila Odinga, who convened a parliamentary group meeting of the ODM legislators in the National Assembly Tuesday, saying the military was on standby for orders should the Anti-Finance Bill 2024 demos have continued.
We were very much almost on the precipice, because as you see, after so many days of demonstrations, you saw that eventually the military were on the streets. And they were on the streets, of course, they were fairly civil to the Wananchi at that time. But that was because they had not been given instructions.
Odinga saying he had to do what he had to do to steady the ship that was staring at collapse.
Once the military are given instructions, they execute. And we are almost there. We're almost there. So he said it's better to have a country that is civil, where leadership can be replaced through the ballot rather than through the bullets.
The former Prime Minister defending some of the controversial Kenya Kwanza decisions that he says are beneficial to the country, starting with the Adani JKIA deal.
So Kigali is going to be the hub in this region, not Nairobi, because of noise being made by other parties which were also interested in doing what Adani was supposed to do and paying people down under the table to make noise every day in the newspapers. Shame on them.
And the planned takeover of the Kenya Pipeline Corporation.
It's an idle asset. Sell it so that you get money instead of going to borrow. I want to sell the shares of Safaricom. Why not?
Odinga also dismissing speculation that the Orange Party may not field a candidate in the 2027 presidential race.
Who's told you that ODM will not have a candidate in 2027? Who has told you? You have not passed any resolution as a party to say how we are going to go into the elections of 2027. So wherever you are, don't commit the party to some things which have not been discussed.
Issue on politics, refer to Baba's speech. Issue on broad-based government, refer to Baba's speech. If you are in doubt, refer to Baba's speech. And if you want to know more, refer to Baba's speech.
Raila then turned the heat on those in the party opposed to the broad-based arrangement with the Kenya Kwanza administration.
In times like these, it is possible to be lost in competing campaigns or populism and forget that leading means making decisions that may sometimes invite booing instead of cheers.
Emmanuel Toro, Citizen TV.
And President William Ruto has criticized the inaction of some countries, accusing them of stalling efforts to restore peace in Haiti. Speaking at a high-level meeting on Haiti in New York, that's the United States of America, President Ruto expressed frustration that despite numerous pledges, only a handful of nations have shown genuine commitment to the mission. Ruto reaffirmed that Kenya will not pull out of Haiti until the country is stable and self-reliant, vowing to stand with the Haitian people through the crisis. Melita Oletenges has the details.
Efforts to restore peace in Haiti are facing major setbacks, from insufficient funding to a shortfall in security personnel initially promised for the mission. President William Ruto revealed that although 2,500 officers were pledged from various nations, only 989 are currently deployed under the MSS Haiti mission. Of these, 735 are from Kenya, 150 from Guatemala, 78 from El Salvador, 23 from Jamaica, 3 from Bahamas, and 1 from Canada. President Ruto stressed that this force remains far below the required capacity, warning that the funding committed so far is nowhere near enough to stabilize the troubled Caribbean nation.
It is simply wrong that we cannot marshal the support that is necessary for us to stabilize Haiti, to drive out the gangs. The gangs, in my very honest opinion, are cowards.
The MSS mission in Haiti has now been running for 15 months with early signs of improved stability. Key installations, including the presidential palace, the airport and the police headquarters, once under gang control, have reportedly been reclaimed by government forces. However, President William Ruto has criticized what he calls discrimination in the global response to Haiti's crisis, accusing some nations of offering only symbolic support while leaving the burden to a few committed countries.
The people of Haiti may be people of African descent, but for heaven's sake, they are members of the human race.
New plans are in motion, led by the United States through the UN Security Council, proposing a successor mission involving 5,000 security personnel to stabilize Haiti. Yet President William Ruto has maintained that Kenya will remain in Haiti until the nation can stand on its own and fully restore law and order.
A UN Security Council resolution to establish a larger gang suppression force with a broader mandate and a UN support office for Haiti.
If we are sending an additional security team to Haiti, the mandate must be clear: a predictable resource package. It cannot be what Kenya has gone through, a game of guesswork.
President Ruto was speaking in New York during a high-level meeting on the security situation in Haiti on the sidelines of the 80th UN General Assembly. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.
Now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has once again defended police officers' request for fuel support, insisting it is not corruption but a service necessity. Speaking during the Jukwaa la Usalama Security Forum in Mandera, Murkomen said that he will continue to highlight the challenges police officers face as they work to protect the public. The CS also announced plans to arm chiefs in Mandera and provide them with specialized military training in response to frequent Al-Shabaab attacks in the border county. Seth Olale has the details.
The police fuel debate took center stage today as Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen presided over the Jukwaa la Usalama Security Assessment Baraza in Mandera County.
You have a better office than many offices in Nairobi.
Taking on both critics and the media, the CS defended his controversial remarks on fuel support for police officers, insisting he will not shy away from exposing the real challenges facing officers in the line of duty.
Wale wa kuandika magazeti kuniongelelea kusema anatetea askari wetu wako na haki kusema mafuta yenye wanapewa ni kidogo, tutafute njia ya kuongeza.
Murkomen has dismissed claims that such requests amount to bribery, asking critics whether even asking for drinking water would then be labeled corruption.
Wale basi wanaandika gazeti waende waandike kwamba mimi nimesema askari akiomba maji ni corruption. Na askari hao wamesema county government na mtu yeyote mwenye ako na uwezo kupeana maji asaidie askari wetu kupeleka maji kwa kambi zao ndio isaidie kusonga mbele.
Another key topic at the Jukwaa la Usalama Forum was border security.
Hao watu watakwambia kuna watu kutoka Ethiopia wame-invade Kenya, wako hapa. In fact, kitu ya kuingia manyumba usiku imeanza.
Even if our neighbors have a problem, it doesn't spill over to hurt our people in Kenya.
The government has also announced enhanced paramilitary training for all chiefs in Mandera to better equip them in the fight against Al-Shabaab militants.
They should be trained wenye wanahitaji training, na wale ambao wahitaji training wapewe na wasajiliwe rasmi.
Tuko na responsibility ya primary responsibility kuona kwamba mko na security. However, lazima sisi tufanye pamoja na wananchi ndio sisi wote tuweze kufaulu.
Mandera hatuna vita vya vikabila. Ile shida tuko nazo ni wafugaji kuzozana mara kwa mara.
With cross-border conflicts remaining a burning issue for the residents of Mandera County, the Ministry of Interior says to use a collaborative approach to address the insecurity menace in this county. Seth Olales, CitizenTV, Mandera County.
And away from that, a day after Citizen TV exposed the plight of maternal mothers detained at Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Uasin Gishu County, the hospital management has released a section of the affected mothers. It remains unclear, though, what criteria was used to determine who was released, as some mothers still detained at the facility decry of favoritism. This comes as a group of activists moved to court seeking orders to compel MTRH management to release all the mothers detained over unpaid bills, some having spent months within the hospital.
Nimekaa miezi 3.
Wewe umekaa muda gani?
Nimekaa mwezi moja.
Wewe?
2 months. Kasirika juu wametoa hostel chini, wajatoa mtu hata yoyote, si wanatuacha, wanaita watu, wanatoa watu, si hawajatutoa. Si tumechoka kukaa hapo.
From the reports we have received from the affected mothers, some of them, few of them, their children have infection. Some of them are even complaining of sharing beds. Some of them are sleeping on the floor. And for this, I believe, is gross violation of this women's right.
Owners of Direct Line Assurance have today taken over the management of the insurance firm and appointed a team of 4 senior officials to oversee the company's operations. Dr. S.K. Macharia, the founder of Royal Credit Limited that holds shares at Direct Line, toured the company offices at Anniversary Towers and announced the managerial changes at the insurance firm. Dr. Macharia also called on EACC to probe claims of misappropriation of funds and malpractices at Direct Line. Gatete Njoroge has the details.
On Monday morning, Royal Credit Limited Chairman Dr. S.K. Macharia toured the offices of Direct Line Assurance and announced that the real owners of the insurance company have taken charge of operations of the company and made changes to the management. In the changes, Wilson Wambugu Maina is now the acting CEO, charged with overseeing all operations at Direct Line Assurance. Stella Kinoti is the new Chief Finance Officer, while Elizabeth Kuria will serve as her assistant. James Murray takes over as the IT manager. Dr. Macharia, who dismissed Sami Kanyi, who was serving as CEO, announced that the changes take effect immediately. Dr. S.K. Macharia says the changes followed investigations undertaken by a committee established by the Attorney General to determine beneficial owners of Direct Line. He notes that the committee found that some of those appearing in the current CR12 are not genuine shareholders or directors. Dr. Macharia, on behalf of real owners of Direct Line, requested EACC to move with speed, conduct thorough investigations, and institute recovery measures of monies or assets taken out of the company and procedurally. Dr. Macharia says previous investigations by audit firms had revealed malpractices at Direct Line. Dr. S.K. Macharia has called on all Direct Line customers and the general insuring public to remain calm, as normal operations have not been interfered with. Gatete Njoroge, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Now, 8 students of Litein Boys High School in Kericho County have been arrested following the Sunday night unrest, where the students went on rampage, burning down classrooms and vandalizing offices. The students were protesting alleged high-handedness by the school principal, and as Laura Otieno now reports, Education Ministry has called on Regional Director of Education countrywide to be more vigilant and arrest students engaged in such destructive practices. The school has now been closed indefinitely.
The aftermath of the Sunday night unrest at Litein Boys High School was evident on the school compound, as it was littered with tattered books, shards of broken glass, and burnt items. The classroom walls bearing marks of the night arson. Neighbors around the school reported hearing noises from the school on Sunday afternoon, with the situation escalating as the day progressed.
Tukasikia watoto wanapiga vitu kabisa. So kitu yenye ilituweka hofu sana ni walikuwa wanataka kwenda kwa Litein Girls.
Maaskari kweli walikuwa hapa, lakini watoto waliharibu vitu mingi sana. Na hatujajua ni nini kabisa, sababu kuna wakati ingine tena ilianza hivi, lakini iko kali kama ya leo.
Parents have raised concerns over what they say has been a trend of vandalism, with the school having been destroyed 4 times over the last 3 years.
We are here to listen to the students. We are here also to listen to the parent and the boards so that we can be able to have a collaborative management style.
8 students who are found with property reportedly belonging to the staff have been arrested, with the school being closed indefinitely. While condemning the destruction, Education PS Julius Bitok warned students against acts of hooliganism and directed education officials to be more vigilant. Laura Otieno, Citizen TV.
All right, on that note, let's take a quick break here on the Monday Report. When we come back, we're taking stock of the status of Kericho County, where we're live from the NSPSI. We'll be speaking to the governor and the several CCEs who are here. All the 10 of them are here to take stock of Kericho County and the state of the county. See you in just a bit. Good. Engineer John Mativo ousted as managing director of KETRACO 1 year before the end of his term. All right, thanks for staying with us. Let's get into some business news now. The Kenya Electricity Transmission Company, KETRACO, has sent home its managing director, Dr. Engineer John Mativo, almost a year before the end of his contract. Mativo took office in April 2023, but has now been replaced by Engineer Kipkemoi Kibias, who will serve in acting capacity until a substantive managing director is appointed. The board did not disclose the reasons behind Mativo's exit, only expressing gratitude for his contribution and wishing him well in his future endeavors. Mativo had succeeded Fernandez Baraza, who resigned from the position in 2022 to pursue politics and was later elected governor for Kakamega County. All right, now the Capital Markets Authority has approved 4 new licenses now in a bid to widen investment options and strengthen the country's financial markets. 2 new fund managers, Kenya Climate Ventures and EDC Asset Management, have joined the market, pushing the total number of licensed fund managers to 47. Kenya Climate Ventures will focus on financing climate-friendly and gender-inclusive enterprises, while EDC Asset Management will offer fund management, investment advisory and portfolio services. CMA has also licensed Jalia Advisors and Intermediaries as an investment advisor and granted a corporate trustee license to Cooperative Bank of Kenya. Investor interest in pooled funds continues to rise, with assets under management in collective investment schemes reaching 596 billion as of June 2025. Now, Kenya Pest Control market is under tighter scrutiny as the Pest Control Products Board steps up efforts to eliminate unregistered and counterfeit pesticides from the country. Now, speaking at the opening of the 7th China-Africa Agricultural Chemicals Summit in Nairobi, the board revealed that increased enforcement and awareness campaigns have driven counterfeit products down from 18% a decade ago to just 2% today. Over 75% of pest control products used in Kenya are imported from China, underscoring the need for stronger regulation from production to disposal.
The use of products in an illegal way was taken as a national security issue by the National Security Council, and what has happened now is that PCBB has been given authority to employ many people who can now be able to enforce the regulations right from Nairobi and up to grassroots.
The illegality in terms of presence of unregistered products is not within our membership. These are directly by those who are trading in such mechanisms, using hidden ways to make sure that those products are in. But in terms of the industry is trying to make sure that the farmer gets the right thing.
I'm looking for a situation where we're going to extend the innovations and the necessary support. The necessary support means that those products are utilized, be it pest control products, be they fertilizers, be whatever complementary technologies like, for example, drones, that are utilized in a manner that is sustainable.
Now, Kisumu County has stepped up efforts to sustainably manage waste, especially within the populous Kisumu city. This includes the establishment of material recovery facilities, popularly known as MRFs, and partnering with private enterprises. One such enterprise is Olex Techno, a venture making energy-saving cook stoves that use non-carbonized briquettes made from waste. Edward Choya was in Kisumu and tells us more in our Made in Kenya segment.
On the outskirts of Kisumu City, Alex Odundo is lighting fires in jikos stationed outside his workshop. He is testing his latest innovations. This is Olex Techno, a venture he founded to make energy-saving jikos that run on waste.
We needed to come up with a stove that could burn on these non-carbonized briquettes. These are briquettes that are made out of waste that we get from industry or farm waste. Yes, we are taking this waste and we are turning them into a product that can be used to cook. We are using sawdust, we are using sugarcane bagasse, and we also use rice husk that are produced from the industry that are milling rice, and any other farm waste that are combustible.
Ideally, this is waste that could have ended up in the landfills. Odundo, however, decided to innovate jikos that could utilize this waste as an alternative to charcoal and firewood.
We can take all this waste and subject them to a machine that is then compressing them under very high pressure, and then we have something that comes out like a firewood. We have two types of stoves. One that is propelled by use of a fan, and fan is driven by solar system that is connected to a battery. So the other stove is naturally natural draft. It's also a gasifier stove. Waste was a good option because initially waste was just left to decay, or people could just burn them. And you know, when they burn them, there are a lot of smoke that comes out, and then they are destroying environment and so on.
Through his innovation, Odundo has not only provided an alternative cooking solution, but also created employment opportunities for the people he works with.
We are targeting hotels, we are targeting schools, we are targeting the fish vendors. Even right now, we are creating a lot of job opportunities for youth that we are working with, who collect this waste, who are working in our machines, who are doing our fabrications and so on. If we do this for the entire Kisumu or for the entire country, you can imagine how we are going to save the counties or the country from disposal of waste.
Ken Koyo, the Director of Environment in Kisumu County, says they have established material recovery facilities, MRFs, where enterprises like Olex Techno collect and recover waste, which they then turn into useful products.
Within the city, we have 5 of them. These facilities are run by community groups that we are in partnership with. And they are earning some decent earning out of that. And the county is in the process of also getting a little revenue. It has helped create jobs, green jobs, to our youths, women, and those interested in that particular venture. So it has created an enterprise for people to earn something out of that.
The lakeside city of Kisumu has seen its population consistently grow, leading to increased waste generation. This therefore calls for a multi-sectoral approach to enhance sustainable waste management, and a public-private partnership between the county government of Kisumu and private enterprises is one of the ways this is being achieved. Edward Choya, Citizen TV, Kisumu City.
Stand by, yes. All right, it's time now for some sporting action. In two-time defending champion Greg Snow and challenger Dismas Indiza battled through 4 intense rounds there, finishing tied with an overall score of 1 over par at the Naivasha leg of the PGK Tour. The tie took the tournament to a playoff to decide the winner. Now Snow emerged victorious to claim his 3rd consecutive professional golfer's Kenya Equator Tour crown. Uganda's Geita Rodel secured 3rd place, while Mutai Kibugu was in 3-way tie for 4th, alongside Isaiah Otuke and Mohit Medirata The PGK Equator Tour is a pathway to the prestigious Magical Kenya Open 2026. It was also launched as the roadmap to the 2028 Olympic Games. The tour will next head to the Nakuru Golf Club from October 2nd to the 5th.
Great experience having tournaments like these. Big thank you to all the sponsors. It's been good. At least we have tournaments to play week in, week out. Good exposure for us. Yeah, it's hard to win one, it's hard to win two, it's even harder to win three. So I'm really proud of myself. Without this, my caddy, obviously, Saidi, my golf coach, Johnny Lim. Without this, it would be very, very difficult.
And the much-anticipated Cricket Kenya T20 tournament, organized and sponsored by Dubai-based Arena of Sports, EOS, is back on and is set to bat off at the 7th of October at the Nairobi Gymkhana Club. Now, Cricket Kenya convened a special general meeting of the council made up of counties where 20 of the 24 counties passed far-reaching resolutions. One of them was to reinstate the T20 tournament that was in doubt following the vote of no confidence in the Cricket Kenya chairman, Manoj Patel. The council hit back by declaring the CK board disbanded, stating the term of office of board members has expired. A new board was appointed and given the blessings to continue with the T20 tournament, said to have a sponsorship of 255 million shillings over a 5-year period.
Of no confidence in the chairman, passed by individuals whose terms had expired and who thus lacks legal and constitutional authority to convene any meeting to pass any resolution.
Now, Kenya's Karan Patel signed off the 2025 African Rally Championship ARC season in style, winning the Morogoro Mkwawa Rally in Tanzania. The win in the Automobile Association of Tanzania organized event earned him an additional 5 points on SS9 Kilimanjaro Power Stage. Karan registered his second career victory in Tanzania, which took crews to scenic forest speed tests of Morogoro. Karan's win meant that Sama Vora lost the Africa title by a solitary point to Ugandan ace driver Yasin Nasir. Now, for Yasin, it was a dream come true after years of trying and 26 years since Ugandan Charles Muhangi last won it. Tanzania celebrated a race double with Prince Charles Nyerere finally laying his hands on the ARC 2 title and veteran Ahmed Huel coming in third overall on the event's final classification. Now, the national under-20 women team, the Rising Starlets, are back in the country after playing out to a 1-1 draw against Ethiopia in the World Cup under-20 qualifier played on Sunday evening. Now, the team went straight to camp to prepare for the return leg that will be played on Sunday at the Ulinzi Sports Complex. Despite playing in heavy rains in Addis Ababa, the Rising Starlets were the better team and were on course to get a win, but a mistake by their goalkeeper gifted the host the equalizer late in the match. Coach Jacqueline Juma says that they know how to approach the return leg match to ensure they win and advance to the second round. And finally, Kigali, Rwanda made cycling history as the first African destination to host the prestigious UCI Road World Championships, marking the event's 103rd year history. Now, the week-long competition opened with the elite women's individual time trial, followed by the highly anticipated men's event. Enthusiastic fans from across Africa gathered at the finish zone, with the Nigerian cycling enthusiasts expressing the excitement. The men tackled a challenging 40.6-kilometer course with 680 meters of elevation gained through central Kigali. Rwanda is a popular cycling destination in the Tour de Rwanda, the most prestigious cycling event in Africa. Last year, Kenya also hosted one international UCI cycling event in Eldoret and in Iten.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we're taking another quick break here on the Monday Report live from the NSPSI. When we come back, this time we're getting into the conversation on the state of Kericho County. The governor, His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, will be here as the governor for Kericho. Also the CCM for Finance and Economic Planning and head of the county treasury, Honorable Jackson Ropp. Honorable Magarer Langat, the CEC, Agriculture, Livestock and Cooperative Management, will also be joining us to speak about matters agriculture. And Honorable Judith Chepkorir Chirchir, the CEC for Education, Culture, Libraries and Social Services, will be with us as well. And all the other 10 CECs will also be here to answer the questions from the people of Kericho in terms of service delivery. Keep your views coming at Trevor Mbija at Citizen TV Kenya. Use the hashtag Citizen Monday Report. In just a bit, we'll see you on the other side when the conversation begins in the town hall session. All right? See you shortly.